Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video with me, Spartan086, and today we're going to do another Forces of Valor customization project. And if you're looking at it and going, what is that? This is a Czech T72M4 tank. So a wee bit of history to this vehicle. The Czechs decided to upgrade their T72s to an all-round better vehicle. So after a large kind of search of what was best, they decided to upgrade the T72's engine, and they gave it an Israeli copied version of the British Condor, which is in the Challenger tanks. They went with an Italian fire control system, an optics system as well, and they also came up with a new type of ERA, which is called dynamic reactionary armor. So you can see that at the front here, these big blocks. You've also got these wee points around the tank. They are actually some sort of a protective system, so that is pretty cool as well, pretty funky. So it turned out a lot better than I was hoping. There is wee bits, obviously wee nickety bits that I wasn't able to do, and some of it I've been able to do, which has been extremely hard. So if anybody remembers the original T72, you'll see that the T72 had missing blocks at the back, which would have been here. And if we turn this round, and here, this section here, these parts of the side skirts were all missing, so I've had to build sections. I've had to skip my way to make sure that they can fit in. It's not an easy job, but it worked out fairly well for me. Managed to get them glued down, sorted out, and then obviously get them painted over. Not going to say it was 100% success. It is still noticeable, especially to my eye, and to any other keen modelers will see it, but it turned out a lot better than I was hoping. I've also, as you can see, I put in the wee Czech military symbol, and I've given the tanks a numbering as well, which is similar to the Trumpeter 135 model. If you see that, you'll see that they give the numbering for the tank as 021, or is it 007, I think is the other one. So overall it turned out really well. I gave it very similar to what is the Czech military camo type of scheme, light green, dark green, black. It's quite a mid-Europe kind of setting. The Swedes use something quite similar as well in their kind of colouring for their camo. So it turned out not too shabby. Obviously you can see there's the two optic systems on top. You have to get the commander's optics, and then you've got the gunner's optics here. And it turned out a lot better than I thought. Obviously you've got your wee Soviet crewman here that I added. Obviously that came with the tank, but I thought it was fairly good size to stay with it. I did buy a Soviet tank crew 135, but after looking at them, they're far too small to go in, so I've had to abandon that. But overall, it turned out pretty well. Obviously, the customization kit I used wasn't a 132 scale, it's a 135, and it's been absolute murder to connect to. Bless me, sorry. So overall, it did take a lot of work. Painting's been a bit of a joyo doing. It's something I haven't really done before, and it has been quite a joy to do, so I thought I would get it up, get you guys to see, and I hope you guys like it. Obviously I did the Syrian T72, which was absolutely bricked with the ERA, and obviously a Syrian military flag. I haven't really thought anything more to do for this at the moment, but I'm always looking at things. If anybody is out there and they do have an idea that would like to see, put it forward. I will have a think about it. I won't just say no off the top of my head unless it's something very strange. But I'm always open to ideas. That's how we get about with these things. So it turned out fairly well, as you see. Obviously it's got end of the the barrel there, in case you think I'm aiming it at ease. I put the blocks at the side as well. It did have a block run along. The T72 originally was just an open top exhaust, but on the Czech one I've had to build one to go across the top. It hasn't worked out as brilliantly as I hoped. The other thing that's not supposed to be on it is another type of basket. It's actually supposed to be a completely clear space for either extra 12.7 boxes for ammunition that can get stored there and other types of items. I didn't like that. I thought I'd rather go the same way as the other one and put a box on it for kit. It also, in its own wee way, you could say you could fill it with sand as an added bit of protection. Don't know why, but it was just a thing that jumped in my head. I'd rather had something sitting there that could have looked a wee bit better than nothing. But overall, it turned out pretty well. It still needs a wee bit of work done to it to get it up to scratch, but I wanted to get it up, get a good wee show for the followers. So that's that. So not too shabby. The rest of the stuff I've got is just buys, and I'll get them up shortly for you guys. So wherever you are, hope you're well and taking care. Obviously, please like and subscribe if you're watching for the first time, and I've always got the pictures going up on my Instagram account, which is the same name, which is Model Tanks of Spartan 086, all one word. So you can jump on there and have a wee look. Sometimes I'm getting pictures up before I put anything on the channel. It just happens to be what I'm doing it sometimes, just to get a wee bit up so I can have a look at it and see how it's doing, if people are liking it. Maybe something needs to be changed, so that's why it's a good one to go into there. You can get a wee preview and go, ooh, what's he doing next? Anyway, so until the next video, take care guys, bye bye, have a good one.